Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be bonkers. Now, the data is in, and CoreLogic still continues to say there will be no correction, there will be no loss of equity, there will be no crash in the housing market. Now, that's especially disappointing to me because CoreLogic is generally the most conservative versus Zillow and Redfin, and generally we can lean on them for guidance in the direction of the housing market. But right now, we are not seeing that, or I'm not seeing that from CoreLogic. And I believe the reason that is quite frankly, CoreLogic is behind the 8 ball on this one. They're still in August, they're still reporting on June data when what we need to know right now, we need to know what's going to happen in September, not what happened in June. It's August. It's what, over a week into August. But regardless, you guys, they are a very important company as far as analyzing data, as far as gathering data. So because of that reason, we're going to take a look at CoreLogic's article titled US Home Price Insights. And here's the thing, y'all, they actually do that article once a month. So it's really important to stay on top of some of these data providers like Redfin, CoreLogic, Zillow, Black Knight, because we get to see whether or not their forecasting is accurate. We get to see if they are accountable for inaccurate forecast or not. And here's the thing, here's what I believe on CoreLogic, and I'll summarize this at the end. I believe next month CoreLogic is going to have no choice but to start talking about negative equity and decline, because again, they're reporting in June and August, okay? We peaked in June. In July, that's when the price drops and the negative equity and the corrections started showing. Now, according to Redfin, that's down, prices are down 3.8%. Okay, so what is going to happen when CoreLogic has to report on that? I'm very interested to see. But regardless, you guys, let's jump into this article right now. All right, guys, I'm going to read their intro real quick, even though it doesn't really give us any relevant data. The CoreLogic Home Price Insights report features an interactive view of home price index product with analysis through June 2022 with forecast through June 2023. Again, you guys, we're in August. I don't know why they're talking about June, but whatever. CoreLogic HPI is designed to provide an early indication of home price trends. Do y'all see why I'm upset? Right? I want to lean on you, CoreLogic. Start talking about correction, decline, negative equity, crash. Start talking about things like that. But whatever. The indexes are fully revised with each release and employ techniques to signal turning points sooner. What a joke, because again, they're talking about June and August, but whatever. CoreLogic HPI forecasts project CoreLogic HPI levels for 2 tiers: single family combined, both attached and detached, and single family combined excluding distressed sales. I like that. The report is published monthly with coverage on the national, state, and core-based statistic area, CBSA, metro level, and includes home price, home price forecast, and market condition indicator. The data incorporates more than 40 years of repeat sales transactions for analyzing home price trends. So again, in other words, we should be leaning on these people. And what I said is generally CoreLogic is more conservative when compared to Redfin and Zillow. But now moving forward, I'm very interested from this point forward on what CoreLogic has to say next. Now, I get it. The inflation is only, CPI is only 8.5, double the jobs. The Fed is going to U-turn, blah, 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 blah. Y'all still forget. We still have runaway inflation. Y'all still forget that. Y'all still forget the reason for this bubble is 2% interest rates, free down payment in the form of stimulus. When you open the floodgates of demand, it turns into hyper demand. It does not matter how much supplies we have. Now, here's the thing. Even if demand picks up, it is nothing like what we just went through. If demand picks up right now, people are going to be buying in an environment full of inflation, right? And a very difficult ability to afford to live, okay? Unlike 2020 and 2021 when they were just showered in money, right? That stops. Remember that. We should expect slight bumps in certain data trends. Regardless, let's get back to this article right now. Okay, guys, so we're going to start with the HPI National Change, and I'm going to read this and I'll share my opinions after. Home prices nationwide, including distressed sales, increased year over year by 18.3%. I hate year over year comparisons because the trajectory of the housing market has switched. So we need like year to date, we need month over month. We do not need year over year because remember, the beginning of 2022 was an absolute bloodbath frenzy of buyers overbidding and waiving inspections. It was actually the height of the nightmare, in my opinion. Year over year by 18.3% in June 2022 compared with June 2021. On a month over month basis, home prices increased by 0.6% in June 2022 compared with May 2022. Okay, forecast prices nationally. The CoreLogic HPI forecast indicates that home price will increase on a month over month basis by 0.6% from June 2022 to July 22 and a year over year basis by 4.3% from June 22 to June 2023. Okay. And there's their little special graph right there. Okay. So again, what they're saying is 1 year from now, so year over year, they expect 4.3% increase, and month over month, they expect 0.6 increase. Now, here's the thing. According to Redfin, prices dropped in July. Okay. Prices, according to Redfin, from peak to now are down 3.8%. Right. So we're finally going to be able to see, and I hope, right, because I'm trusting the data a little bit from Redfin, plus other economists have come out and said price drops. Another one came out from a Market Watch article I was reading and said prices are actually down 2%. So it's going to be really interesting from this point forward to see how CoreLogic adjusts their forecasting. Now, here's the thing. I suspect they will be more conservative again than Redfin and Zillow, but they're a little bit behind the curve on this one. I don't like that, but I do suspect that next month when their home price insight report comes out, they're going to start showing that negative number. I don't know that for sure. But I feel that way because that's what the data shows. And CoreLogic has a reputation for just analyzing data. So I really hope we see that moving forward. And again, you guys, I absolutely hate year over year comparisons because when someone first sees 18.3%, they're like, oh my gosh, I have to buy now. Home prices are still surging. The reality is they're not. That's a year over year comparison, comparing a market that was flourishing as a seller's market, comparing to a market that is in transition into a buyer's market. So year over year comparisons for home prices right now, in my opinion, are absolute garbage. In order to properly see the trends, we need YTD, which is year to date, and month over month comparisons. And that's why I continue to tell you guys, look at many data providers, because as you can see, different data providers, different data. It's really, really weird. Well, let's get back to this article right now. All right, it's going to go into this a little bit more. Home price growth slows again. Nationwide, home prices grew by 18.3% from June 2021, making the 125th consecutive month of year-over-year increases. Though annual appreciation was still strong, it slowed from the previous month for a second consecutive month, reflecting reduced buyer demand, in part due to higher mortgage rates and worries about a slowing economy. CoreLogic projects that a year-over-year appreciation will drop to 4.3% by June 2023, bringing home price growth close to the long-run average from 2010 to 2020. So again, you guys, CoreLogic is saying zero negative price growth so far, despite other companies being forced to now say that because the data is in. And again, I hate that in August they're talking about June, right? Because now there's this whole narrative from CoreLogic, which a lot of people lean on, that, hey, the housing market's still okay, prices are still going up, so buy. Why wouldn't you buy? Prices are just only going to go up. Then it makes sense to buy, right? Right? Wrong. But anyways, guys, it is a little bit frustrating, but we're really going to see what they have to say next month because it's almost undisputable. Prices have dropped. Let's get back to this article right now. So take a look at this map. I really like this. I'll explain why in a minute, but let me read it. This is HPI top 10 metro changes. The CoreLogic HPI provides measure for multiple market segments referred to as tiers based on property type, price, time between sales, loan type, and distressed sales. Broad national coverage is available from the national level down to zip codes, including non-disclosure states like Texas. It's crazy. Actually, I came from SoCal to Texas, completely different with disclosures, especially with title companies. It's crazy. These large cities continue to experience price increases in June, with Phoenix on top at 26.1% year over year. So again, these are year over year comparisons, which is not telling us what's happening right now. And this is only up till June. So these are the cities right here in metro areas that I suspect we're going to see cool down even faster. I've already heard talks of San Diego changing rapidly, Las Vegas changing rapidly. I've also heard Miami changing, and I'm in Houston. So I'm actually surprised Houston's up here, but you guys know from my Thursday housing market updates, my housing market is changing like freaking crazy. We have triple digit inventory growth. I'm finding insane price cuts. I'm finally starting to find in my local market homes that I love, that I actually think that are a pretty decent deal. I've actually found, and I can't wait to do tomorrow's or Thursday's update video, but I found multiple houses under $110 a square foot now. Really nice houses that have upgrades and refurnishing and things of that nature. So where I want to end on this video is this. Unfortunately, y'all, there's political pressures. And I really feel like politics instead of fundamentals, regardless of what administration, last administration, this administration, I'm saying all administrations, okay? Politics have a very nasty effect on economic and financial and real estate, even fundamentals. And that's why I am listen to what I'm saying. That's why I'm deathly afraid of 2024, okay? Because we have an election. I'm still shell-shocked from the last one. Again, I'm not telling you who I voted for. I'm just saying, sitting back, it was really ugly and really, really scary, actually. So what I'm saying is this, and also think about this, the Fed wants to flip-flop. Any day they can, they are going to flip-flop. What all that means to me, y'all, is I'm doubling down on 2023. Okay, even at possibly the end of 2022, I am doubling down right now. I am working like crazy. I'm working myself to death. I will sell some of my assets to get more liquidity to go in hard in 2023. So what I am really saying, guys, is you better double down right now, because there's so much corruption. There's so much politics at play here. We have no idea how long buying opportunity will be here. And this is how I want you to look at this. Look at 2023 as the last year that you're going to be able to find a deal of your dreams. Think of it like that. In the next 20 years, right? 2023 will be the only time to buy real estate for pennies on the dollar. That's how I want you to prepare. Now, other than that, you guys, I appreciate you watching this video. And if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win.